Hey y'all, real quick. I believe that God is very concerned that false teachers and false doctrine don't lead his children astray. Jesus says that in the last days that there will be false teachers. He even says to take care, to be aware, take heed, pay attention, that you not be drawn astray, led astray by false teachers and false doctrine. One thing that I've seen a lot on social media that I think is worth talking about briefly is this idea that you live your truth. Live your truth. You got to live your way, live your life your way. And I got to be sassy when I say it, a little spicy, because that's how it's said. And then the people that receive it are like, yes, girl, because this is my truth. I got to live my truth. But that's problematic because Jesus said that He is the truth. He is the light, the way, the truth. He said that He is the truth. So the truth, the life, and the way is in Jesus. So how, if you say you're a believer, remember I told you yesterday, I'm only talking to believers. So if you are a believer, if you are a follower of Christ, it is impossible that you could both follow the truth and live your truth. It's incongruous. You can't do it that way. And if you know God and you trust His goodness and His heart, if you know the amount of love Jesus has for you, you don't want to do it your way anyway. It's not because, oh, I have to obey Jesus because I said. That means the posture of your heart needs some work. If that's how you feel, check the posture of your heart because God knows it. I think it's interesting that God says to Adam and Eve after they've eaten the fruit and He comes looking for them, He says, "Where are you?" And God knows where they are. But when He asks that question, it is for them to acknowledge where they are. It's for them to recognize where they are in relation to Him, in relation to His commands. So I believe God is saying to many of us as His children, as believers, where are you? Where are you? Really check your heart. Ask God to show you your heart. Ask the Holy Spirit to search you and know you, test you, try you, like show you you, even in the process of your knowing God. God can also help you to know yourself and to see yourself clearly. And the more you know about God, you won't be led astray by false teachers, by false doctrine. The doctrine of God only being here to bless you, to be good to you, that's all He's supposed to do. Now you've created a false image of God. And if you follow that false image, it's idolatry. Be real careful in these last days that not just, I want to say it's in Matthew, the parable of the sower, where he talks about seed falling on thorny ground, and when the cares of the world came, and when I want to say it's the being drawn away with the lust of like lusting or chasing after wealth. Oh, it escapes me right now. But he said those two things came and choked the word, and that person became unfruitful. So being very concerned, overly concerned with the cares of this world, which I understand in 2025 is hard not to look at and read the news and become anxious. When your anxiety is overpowering you to the point it's choking out the truth or it's choking out what God said, you need to address that. When the idea of wealth and the drawing away because of wealth, because you're looking at having and what you have and getting more. And when you follow teachings about how every year is your year, every year is your season, be careful. Be careful, because that can choke out the word too, and you can become unfruitful. Don't equate. So Jesus, when he said that, to me, he was letting us know that wealth is not equal to fruit, because the Bible talks about the fruit of the Spirit. Never mentions money when it lists those fruits. Be careful in these days that all of these things that are happening don't draw you away, that you don't become seduced by truths that make you feel good, by truth, not truth, and I shouldn't even say truth because it's not. Don't be seduced and pulled away to follow after comforting words versus truth. Seek truth because God is there. Seek truth in his word, the truth about what he said about you, the truth about your need for him, the truth about who he is. I mean, learn his character. Those that come to him must come to him and worship him in spirit and in truth. I'm talking to believers. Y'all know the word. Please beware of false doctrines and people who are, I don't know if anybody else has said this word, but they're Bible adjacent. If it's not the Bible, then you don't follow it. But you got to know your word so that you don't fall into error. The spirit of error would love to pull you over to the side. So you get enough word to make you think that you're following God, that you're learning about God. But the whole time you are being deceived. And the Bible said that in the last days that there would be a great falling away, that many would be deceived, and they would be so deceived and so comfortable in being deceived that God would let them become delusional to their damnation, because they loved unrighteousness more than they loved truth. That's 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Check that out. Always, not just me, anybody that is telling you something about God, Jesus, the Bible, or righteous living, check the Bible, read the text, and pray that you'll be able to discern, which is spiritual sight, that you'll be able to see correctly. All right, y'all. I have done this. Anyway, I'm going to stop. I've done this a bunch of times. I am worn out. I hope this one connects with you. I pray that God blesses this one to reach the ones that need to hear it.